sorry. And to quote him after the 2014 debacle, he's on to Pittsburgh. He doesn't want to even dwell on this. I don't think they'll dwell on the tape. They will move on quickly because they've got a short week and 2 travels now, back to Foxborough and then on to Pittsburgh. And he realizes he will get fined if he does not subject himself to the questions of the post-game media. So to me, this is Bill Belichick's equivalent of Marshawn Lynch at the Super Bowl saying, I'm just here so I don't get fined. And that's exactly what Belichick is saying, because as I watch him, it looks like he's fighting a grin, like he's trying not to laugh at his own answers because they're so bad. They're comically bad. It's like Saturday Night Live routine. And if you talk to people who know Belichick well, off camera, he's very funny, very lively, very open, very engaging. He can be. So this is a guy who just goes into a shell to protect himself from answering any question. He mumbles. It's almost like he's a ventriloquist trying to talk for a puppet that's next to him. But he's talking, but you barely see his lips move. You barely see him. This is the opposite to me of what I've said many times on this show, I dislike the most when it comes to media relations, Greg Popovich. Greg Popovich has genuine disdain for you and your job if you're a member of the media. He can be mean-spirited. He can shame you. He can ridicule you. His attitude is, how dare you ask me a question that's stupid? And that's not what I'm getting from Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is basically just trying to duck and dodge answering any question, while a lot of coaches use this as some sort of teaching tool. I don't know how Shanahan used to do it, but you can send messages to your team through the media. Sure. You can motivate. You can criticize publicly in ways that can be even more powerful than criticizing behind closed doors face to face. You know, even if you blast a player to the media, it can sting more than even if you blast him in front of his teammates in a film session, right? Yeah. So Bill Belichick doesn't do any of that. He does it all behind closed doors. So last night when I watched this after the game, I just laughed because I think he's having a hard time not laughing while he's answering the questions.
I have a problem with this, and I've always had a problem with it. But we, the media, have allowed him to do this. The NFL has allowed him to do this. And there's no coincidence that Coach Popovich and Coach Belichick are good friends. They've adopted the same policy. Both of them.
I know the organizations sort of observe each other and pattern themselves after each other.
Just like Coach Popovich feels like some of these reporters, it's beneath them, it's beneath him to answer their questions because you don't know anything about basketball. Coach Belichick feels the exact same way. Skip, the reporter asked him a legitimate question. You for 0 for 11.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point that the reporters were afraid to ask because they felt that they were not going to get. For me, if I'd have been a reporter, I'd have been asking questions. Oh, nobody else got their hand up? I'm asking. Well, Coach Belichick, what about the absence of Rob Gronkowski? Do you think I'm just going to keep going because nobody else, because everybody's afraid of Skip? This is and what we've seen, and this is what we're seeing. People will make excuses for other people that are accomplished. He can be condescending. We ripped Cam Newton for basically being condescending to a female reporter for asking him about the diagram of a route or the route tree. We killed Cam Newton. Cam Newton lost a sponsor. Coach Belichick has been condescending and demeaning because he feels even if I tell you what happened on the onside kick, you don't know. That's how he thinks, Skip Bayless. And
I don't know about that. I think that's how Popovich thinks.
Skip, I've seen Coach Belichick when you lose the championship game, the losing coach comes out and talks. Before he goes after he talks to his team, he'll come outside, he'll talk to the sideline reporter. This was tough. Those guys, it's over. Their dream of going to the Super Bowl got cut short this year. We put a lot of hard work, but give the other team credit. What does Coach Belichick do? He sends guys out to talk to the media that you don't even know unless you follow the Patriots closely. It's beneath him. It's like, we would never tolerate that from an elite player. The NFL wouldn't tolerate that from an elite level quarterback acting like that. So from now, I don't care what Cam wears or what he says. I'm just going to say that's Cam being Cam. Because that's what they say about Coach Belichick. That's what they say about Coach Popovich. But I forgot. Cam doesn't have 5 Super Bowls. He doesn't have 5 Larry O'Brien awards, so he can't do that. Bull jive. Accomplishments have nothing to do with how you should act. You have a job. It's just like, well, that's not his job. Absolutely it is. Tell Coach Belichick to read his contract. Read NFL players' contract in the NFL. Your job absolutely is to do interviews and interact with the media.
But just to be fair, Belichick has never had a condescending response personally to a female reporter like Cam did.
Skip, you don't think he's condescending when he look?
But he's doing it to everybody. It doesn't matter, male, female.
What makes it even worse, because he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Skip, you think, again, Coach Belichick, I know he hasn't lost a whole lot since he's had Tom Brady, but Skip, losing isn't mutually exclusive to him. All coaches. You think Pete Carroll? What about Pete Carroll?
No,
he made the play, and he came out, Joy. Let me ask you a question. If Coach Belichick had lost a game like that, no, he wouldn't have made that play. Do you think Coach Belichick would have came out there and talked for as long as Pete Carroll answered every question?
That's his nature. That's the way he's built. He
That's
likes
the way
it. He likes it.
It's called being professional. And you can be a professional without being a pro.
Yeah, but again, Belichick he decided a long time ago it doesn't help him do his job to answer those questions.
He decided. But the NFL decided that coaches and players should conversate with after wins, losses in the locker room to the media.
Okay.
The NFL decided that. But he took it upon himself. And I fought the NFL because you step in. Commissioner Tagliabue, Commissioner Goodell, you should have stepped in a long time ago and nipped this in the bud. Now he has 5 Super Bowls, and everybody's like, well, he got 5 Super Bowls. He can do whatever he wants. No, you can't. Accomplishments does not mean you get a carte blanche to be able to say or do whatever you want, or not say or do whatever you want in this media.
Okay, but Belichick's is strategic. Popovich's is just absolute open disdain for the job the media is doing. He gets the biggest pass in all of sports because he is now viewed, Popovich, and again, I love the Spurs, don't love him, but in this case, he's getting a pass because he's lovable old curmudgeon Pop. Do you see what he does to the sideline reporters between quarters, male or female?
He's standing up at the podium, and before anybody even asks a question, he has a frown on his face and he's shaking his head. So how in the hell do you think I'm supposed to get through that?
You won't. You're not getting anywhere.
Exactly.
He's not going to give you anything. Male or female, he's going to mumble some, they recovered it. That's all you're going to get. They recovered it. And that's it. Nobody expects anything more because that's all he's going to give you.
That's the problem, Skip. Shouldn't we expect more? Shouldn't we demand more?
Okay, what do you want him to say?
I want him to be professional. I want him to be like everybody else that loses a game. Okay, granted, it hurts, but I want you to come up there and talk and not this mumbling and this. It's just so ridiculous, Skip. And we got to stop making excuses for people that are accomplishments. And we see when we see something that's wrong, I don't care how accomplished you are. My greatest moment was this weekend when Tom Brady apologized. And guess what, Joy? Even though he apologized, he's still a 5-time Super Bowl champ. He's still as great as he was before. He was just wrong, and he admitted. Coach Belichick.
No, he did not admit it. He's protecting his brands. He's got too many endorsements he's got to protect. You brought it up. That's what happened. He's got sponsors. He's got to say, yeah, look.
So you calling Tom Brady a liar?
Huh?
That's all I needed to go. Carry on.
Okay.
That's all I needed to know, Joy.
Well, you brought it up, and I finished it.
So that's around the deflate gate.
Disingenuous, the same thing as lying.
Nah, I believe in lies. I don't believe in little white lies or big black lies. I believe in lies. A lie is a lie, and they don't care who tell it. So Tom Brady's a liar. Skip Bayless, get that on record.
So when you say you're on the Dolphins bandwagon, you're being serious?
Y'all ain't got no bandwagon. Y'all ain't got nothing.
You jumped on it this morning.
Y'all ain't even got a tricycle. Y'all can't fit nobody on that.
We're taking a few more.
No.
We're back in the playoff.
No. I'm on the Eagles. Me and the Eagles will walk it to him. I'm going to have him up there to get that old trophy.
You know that Carson is not playing for the rest of the season.
I know it, but he'll be able to lift.
What's Nick Foles' nickname?
Throw them bows. He gonna throw them bows on Dallas.
Should the Patriots be concerned after their loss last night? We'll discuss that with Rob Ryan next.